Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday the 16th of November. So looking at the euro dollar, and as you can see, well, we're starting to look like it's trying to break that original trend line, but needless to say, it's still in really a larger downtrend. However, on the shorter time frames, it's higher lows, just about higher highs, just managing to get in there. It's creeping its way up there. Struggling but getting up there. Now we've still got the daily pivot below, which I would look to see if that was hit earlier. On the basis it doesn't get here, if we did get a surge this morning, well, perhaps we could finally get into that weekly pivot in the 60-minute 500 around that area. There's plenty of resistance at that point. But we'll see how it runs. It may not even make the R1. It's struggled. It's had some bullish moments, but it's a very spiky old week in terms of price action on the euro, and well, don't expect anything to be particularly different today. We have got the ECB President Draghi speaking at 8:30. Now I just need to refresh my memory on terms of due to speak at the Frankfurt European Banking Congress. I don't know if it will ever create any volatility, but you need to just be a bit aware of that at 8:30. Okay, so at the moment I would like to see that daily pivot hit for 13.19 hit first, ideally, and judge it from there. Yesterday it got hit pretty early and very quickly, but we had a bit of a run through. May get the same today, we'll see. Okay, that's the euro. The pound. Okay, I'm amazed the pound's holding up where it is. To be fair, it got pretty close. Well, run into the bodies of the previous lows yesterday. It did not. I'm looking at the dailies here. I was just thinking, did it really? It did yesterday. Actually, run pretty much to the previous lows yesterday, but not the ones back in August. What's it doing now? Well, having a bit of a retracement, but I think this is not yet done, and we may have some more downside. However, there is a risk in running the pound anyway. Anything that's marginally positive may give it a positive, quite a sharp kick up for 100 pips or so. So you've got to be careful. Will it make it pivot? Possibly, but if it does so, it would be a point that may be shorted. Just looking, there's a bit of divergence. There was a bit of divergence running across those lows earlier on, so maybe it will work back through there. But there is the and the DUP have suggested that the power sharing alliance is over unless PM May is replaced, so that puts a bit of pressure on things today. Okay, so that's where we are with the pound. Potential run into that pivot. I would be looking to sell into rallies unless there was something solid behind them, but carefully, small positions. Dollar yen, well, we saw money. It looked like money was running to safety yesterday when we saw the dollar yen coming back down, but it retraced, but it sold off again this morning, and it is starting to put some lower highs, lower lows in. So maybe we could see a bit more of a correction through with the yen, but I'm not overly convinced. I think longer term and on the bigger picture, it's really still in this rising mood there, move, but. We'll see. So at the moment, just watching it, expecting it to eventually reverse back up to the upside, but possibly not today. Aussie dollar, daily point of view, struggled yesterday to get up as far as the previous highs there. It may get a push up there today. It's still one of the more bullish pairings against the US dollar. It's consolidated around this phase here again. You've got this consolidation phase. Let's have a look. I mean, it attempted it before that level around about 73 and rolled over big time. It's pushed back up there. Had a couple of bars where it sold off, but it's knocking on the door, and at some point is a potential for it to push up, maybe towards its daily R1 today, just breaking through that 73 area. We'll see, but at the moment, well, that's what I'd be looking for. If we did see a bit of a rally, this may give a half decent move, but there's not a lot of points in these moves. Finally, the Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar struggling to push up any further. It's at the moment coming back towards a trend line. It would suggest. Let's have a quick look on here. Try and find a trend from here somewhere across. It's hedging towards that trend line that the daily 21 may be. Maybe it's a hold up from here, we'll see. But momentum, everything, obviously large red bars there down, suggesting weakness. Seen a follow through since then. Bit of divergence off the 60-minute time frame. Has got an untouched daily pivot which could draw it. We'll see. It's but it has. Well, yesterday it sold off all the way through there. If you can break this 60-minute 8, perhaps it's got some legs, but not looking wonderful at the moment for the upside, but potential. Okay. That's pretty much it. News-wise, other news-wise, there's not a lot actually. We've got the German Buber president speaking. Sometimes he can create a wild Weidman. He can create some movement around 1 p.m. And that's pretty much it for today. So have a great one. I'll speak to you on Monday. Bye for now.